الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Welcome back to my channel QHE Tajweed Rules of the Quran channel in English. We're still explaining the chapter of علاقة الحروف الحرفان الملتقيان, the two meeting letters, and we said there is rules to compare or not compare. It was in the first few classes, and we said too, in terms of makhraj and the sifat, we have four categories under this. We have two far apart from each other in the makhraj, two letters far from each other. We call it al-mutaba'idan, or these two letters close to each other in the makhraj or in the sifa, and we call it al-mutaqariban. And we have same makhraj but different in Sifaat, and we call it Al-Moutaganisan. And the last kind here, the two are the same, identical exactly, we call it Al-Mutamathelan. And we finished the part of Al-Mutamathelan completely with all the cases in the last videos. You can back for it inshallah and watch it to understand it. Remember, all our lessons, it's in order. So usually to understand a lesson, you need to back for the lessons before. All the lessons has number from 1 till the last lesson, 1, 2, 3. So you need to follow it to understand it right. Our lesson for today, it will be in the same makhraj and different in Sifaat, which is Al-Harfan Al-Moutaganisan. The two letters, it's Moutagenisan. Let's see together what's Moutagenisan mean exactly. We said it's same makhraj, but it's different in Sifaat. Like what? Like when we have letter ba and the letter, what comes from the lips to like letter ba? Letter mim, for example. But letter ba and letter mim, it's coming from the same articulation point, but not same Sifaat for both of them. It's different. Ba is shadida, for example, and the meme is bayniyah. So Sifat is not the same, but the articulation point is the same. Letter ta and the letter what's come from the same articulation point of ta, pa or dal. And there is different articulation, there is different Sifat between them, but the articulation point is the same. Remember when we explained the Sifat, we said that these letters, they are from the same family, but they are brothers and sisters, so they have different characteristics. Let's go together here and see what I look for too. We look for in terms of vowels, harakat. If I find this, we have three kinds of it. We have a small, we have Mutlaq, absolute, and we have big, kabir. Small means the first letter is with sukun and second is with haraka. For example, if I have ba and mim, follow each other, ba it will be sakina and the mim will be with any haraka. Al-Kabir is both of them is with haraka. That's mean mim with haraka and ba with haraka. Mutlaq or absolute means the first letter is with haraka, so mim with haraka, and second letter with sukun, so ba is sakina. Our part today, it will be about the small, which is first letter with sukun and second with haraka. Usually a small part, it has more explanation more than the other two kind. Let's go together and see what's here small exactly mean. We said it meant first letter with sukun and second with haraka. طيب, we have a question here. Which letters we know it is from the same makhraj? Who remember? To understand this chapter, you need to study the makharij of huruf and the sifat very well. So, what we have here, can you answer the question? Think a little bit and find the letters we learned it before. It's coming from the same makhraj. Examples for it might be huruf al-safir. like سين صاد and ذا. Or it might be حروف النطعية الحروف النطعية like طا دال and تا. Right? These three letters is coming from same articulation point, from مخرج, same مخرج. Or it might be الحروف الشفوية like good job با ميم and واو غير مادية. واو is not مد واو. Or it might be to الحروف اللثوية like ضا ذال and ثا. Or it might be الحروف الحلقية, for example عين and ها, or غين and خا, or همزة and ها. It might be الحروف الشجرية, which is, who's remember? Good job, شين جيم and يا. So these all letters is coming from same articulation point, but it's different in the صفات. We still under the same مخرج but different صفات, and we call it المتجانسان. What's the rules of it? The rules of it merging إدغام in a special letters only. I told you about a lot of articulation point has the same letters come out from it, but it doesn't mean all of these letters we should to make إدغام on it. Then what I have to do إدغام in? This is what we will see right now, because there is a special letters only we do إدغام on it. This letter is ثا and ذال together, or ذال and ضا, or با and ميم, or دال and تا, or تا and ذال, or طا and تا, or تا and طا. Let's go together and see these letters with details and see how we merge it or make إدغام on it, and see what's the words in the Quran has this together. We will start with the, we say small means right now we are talking about first letter is ساكن and second letter is with حركة. Let's go together and see here if we have ba and followed by mim, for example. I have ba sakina and the mim followed by haraka, and there is only one word in the Haffs way total, which is word irkab ma'ana. Irkab ma'ana. So if I look here, I will find the ba sakina and the mim is with fatha, and this shadda means we merge or we make idgham between ba and the mim. That's why when we read it like irkab ma'ana. Irkab ma'ana. There is no ba at all. If I ask you what's the rules of this word with details, you will tell me this is from Surah Hud, verse 48, and this is the only ba sakina followed by mim in Hafs way. It has idgham on it. And we have complete idgham. If I ask you about the rules of it completely, you will tell me complete idgham متجانسين صغير واجب. واجب means what? Should be. By Haffs from شاطبية. Why by Haffs from شاطبية? Why I say from شاطبية? Because we study شاطبية way, but in other ways of Haffs, like طيبة for example, he read it with إظهار. He's not making إدغام on it. And in other readers, they don't make إدغام on it. So about Haffs in شاطبية, the one we study, he has complete إدغام. Complete إدغام, that's mean the two letters come in one letter from the second one pronunciation. اركب معنا. كم معنا. Inshallah, this is clear for you. We will find only word for Haffs, which is يلهث ذلك. If you listen to me carefully, you will find me read it يلهث ذلك. There is no tha at all. We make complete idgham here in متجانسين or متجانسان صغير small, and it should to be in Haffs by Shatibiya. This is from Surah Al-A'raf, verse 173. You can look for it in the Quran. So what's the rule here again? Complete idgham mutajanisin or mutaganisan. Sagheer means small. Wajib, word wajib, remember it all the time, means should be by Haffs from Shatibiya. By Haffs from Shatibiya. And this is the only word in Haffs too. It has tha followed by dhal. Tha sakina followed by dhal with haraka. In Shatibiya, this is the only word. Again, why I say in Shatibiya here, that means might be with other readers in Idhar too, not Idgham. So this is the first two words when I have ba followed by mim and when I have tha followed by dhal. And we said small first letter is sakin and second is with haraka, like you see here, tha sakina, dhal is with haraka. If we look here again, we will have letter dhal, this time followed by dha. Dhal and the tha and the dha coming from same articulation point. We have tha followed by dhal, and we have now dhal followed by dha. What we have here and as an example, here this is what? Example. This is not the only word in the Quran. It has these two letters followed each other. This is just an example. إِظْ If I look here and if you listen to me carefully, I read it what? إِظْ ظَلَمْتُمْ. I didn't say إِذْ ظَلَمْتُمْ. I say إِظْ ظَلَمْتُمْ. Okay? So in Surah Az-Zukhruf, verse 39, and the dhal followed by dha in the whole Quran, it just come one more time in إِظْ in Surah An-Nisa, I think verse 64. So this is the only two places in the whole Quran for dhal followed by dha, dhal sakina followed by dha. إِظْ and إِظْ. If I ask you what's the rules here, you will tell me complete idgham mutajanisin صغير, small. Here, first letter with sukun and second with haraka, like we know. This chapter, it's not hard again, but a lot of us read Quran and we don't notice or focus in these letters. We see it a lot and we see ourselves read it without we stop in this. Dhal, for example. But we never think why. This chapter we study right now. I explain this chapter with a little bit more details than normal or than where you will hear it, but I think it's very important. I'm trying to tell you all the information you will need now or in the future. If you are planning to study even the 10th qira'ah, you can inshallah learn or know a little details from these classes. Let's go right now and see if we have ta sakina followed by dal with haraka. We have as example here or an example here, ujibat da, ujibat da. I didn't say ujibat da, I say ujibat da'watukuma. طيب. This is from Surah Yunus, verse 89, and this is the rules of it is complete idgham mutajanisin صغير. صغير means small, and mutajanisin, this is what we explain right now. Same in makhraj, different in sifa. Our next one here is if I have letter dal followed by letter ta. Last time it was ta followed by dal. This time dal followed by ta. Which one is sakin? Dal is sakin and the ta is with haraka. I have an example here. Word قد تبين. قد تبين. I want you to guess what it looks in the writing, in the real writing in the Quran. Good job. This is from Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 256, and this is how it's wrote in the Quran. قد تبين. It's wrote with dal, but I don't make قلقلة in this dal and I say قد تبين. Wrong. In this case, I will say قد تبين. Why this idgham we do? This is how it's come for us by Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, and this is how Arab used to talk in the back. Arab usually go for the easiest way to talk with. So it's easier for them than they say قد تبين. They say قد تبين. قد تبين right away. Okay? So inshallah this is clear. If I ask you about the rules of it, you will tell me complete idgham متجانسين صغير. Our next letters here, we still under the case of small. That means the first letter is second and the second is with حركة. Letter ta followed by what? We say ta followed by dal and dal followed by ta. What's the third letter come from the same makhraj of dal and ta? Good job, letter ta. So here ta is followed by letter ta. How can we read it? And what's the example for it? قالت طائفة. What's how it's wrote in the real in the Quran? This is how we read it, but how it's wrote. Of course, the rules of it is complete idgham متجانسين صغير, but how we wrote it? Surah Al-Ahzab, verse 13. How we wrote this word? قالت طا. قالت طا. قالت طائفة. This is how it's wrote in the Quran. We don't read it قالت طائفة. We say قالت طا. قالت طا. طا ساكنة and then طا with فتحة. Inshallah clear. If you feel this chapter is kind of hard a little bit, go back and watch these videos several times and write your notes in your notebook. Inshallah you will get it. And if you still have any question, ask me in the comment. And please don't forget to put like so I can understand you understand this way of explaining or not. طيب, here inshallah this is clear till now. Our last case here, if I have letter ta followed by what? Letter ta. In this case, and this is need a little bit focus, I have, for example, word بسطت. بسطت. What is this? I'm still hear something from ta. Listen one more time. بسطت. بسطت. What I heard? I hear the الطباق of ta. Why? Because الطباق as a characteristic, it's very strong characteristics. I can't, it's a very strong صفة. I can't take it from ta. So when I pronounce it, I will say بسطت. So I will make the الطباق of ta and then I go for the natural ta. This is incomplete idgham. Why incomplete idgham? Because I still have الطباق from the letter ta. I still have a part from the letter ta here, one of her characteristic. And this is incomplete idgham متجانسان صغير. This is how it's wrote in the Quran, nothing different on it. And we read it بسطت. Remember, we have another example here, and this is examples. This is not the only two words in the Quran. It has ta followed by ta. We have word what? Word أحط. 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 This is from Surah An-Naml, verse 22, and this is from Surah Al-Ma'idah, verse 28. You can back for the Quran and watch all this and try to pronounce it right. And look here, you will not find a shadda like other words in the next letter. Ta here doesn't have a shadda because this is incomplete idgham. It's not idgham kamil. It's ناقص because I still have the طباق from ta. different than other words we just see before it or we just studied before it. It has shadda usually in the second letter and we say it's complete idgham. This one, it's incomplete idgham and there is no shadda in letter ta on it. These two words, especially Ibn al-Jazari said in his Jazariya, and he said وَبَيِّنِ الْأَطْبَاقَ مِنْ أَحَطُّ مَعَ بَسَطَّ. Make the أطباق in word أحط and بسطت and بسطت clear. Okay? So these two words, it's as an example for this case, but we have more words than that. For example, we have word فَرَّطْتُمْ. We have more words in the Quran. This is not the only two words, but this is the two words Ibn al-Jazari put it in his Jazariya. And he tell us you should to make the أطباق of ta clear before you go for letter ta. Inshallah, this lesson for you is easy. This is the part of Jazariya for أحط and بسطت. Inshallah, this things is easy for you. Like usual, why we call this صغير? We said because صغير, we said صغير means the first letter is sakin and second letter is with haraka. But why scholars call it صغير? Because it doesn't or we don't need a lot of work on it. What we mean by we don't need a lot of work on it, that means the first letter is sakin by itself. I just merge it in the second letter. Very easy way. قد تبين. قد تبين. For example, I didn't put offer to make it. It's very simple and easy. This is a summary of the class of today. When two متجانسان letters meet each other, the first of them is with sukun and the second is with haraka. In this case, we make idgham, and this is in a special letters or special cases only. Because we said, for example, in the beginning, one of متجانسين letter is عين and ha, but we didn't see any example for idgham for it. Jim, shin, and ya. There is no idgham for it. This is only a special letters in the Quran. Today is completely done. Next time, inshallah, we will explain the second part, which is Kabeer from Al-Moutaganisan, and we will continue. After we go for Al-Mutaqareban, which is the third part of this chapter, we said we have Al-Mutamathelan, Al-Moutagenisan, Al-Mutaqareban, and Al-Mutabaidan. When we go, inshallah, for Al-Mutaqareban, we will start to open the Quran together and find all the rules of this in the Quran, because the fourth part, it's very simple and easy and we don't need to go through it a lot. So we can start from Al-Mutaqareban to open our Quran and watch several verses and find the ilaqa or the relationship between the two letters in row. Jazakumullahu khairan to watch my channel QHE Tajweed Rules of the Quran channel in English. Please, if you like this video and if you understand it, put a comment for me and put a like and share the video. And don't forget to watch one of the videos. It will appear for you right now. Jazakumullahu khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.